Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So today's pick a card reading is unfortunately not a timeless reading like you're used to. This is very specific to things that you should be expecting to come in this Mercury retrograde, which is occurring October through November 2020. So if you find this video outside of that and you feel you want to watch it anyway, maybe just apply those messages to whatever time frame you're expecting, and it should be okay to apply if it resonates. But my intention is things that you should expect for Mercury retrograde that's currently occurring. So that being said, let's get into it. We've got pile 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I'll give you a moment to meditate on your pile. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. Alright, pile 1, Mercury retrograde. So, you don't have very many cards, and I don't think it's due to a lack of energy. That's interesting. We'll see. So it's very clear that this Mercury retrograde is going to resurface a lot of issues dealing with your inner child. More of a resurgence of sorts. So things related to being nurtured, your mother or maternal figures in your life, and family in general. Okay, the first card you have at the top is the child, which is also a new beginning, new life, and then it's followed by the tower, which is like climbing, reaching the top of something, right? So at the bottom you've got the Explorer card, which is Sagittarius, and it being combined with the Tower, that feels very institutional, like an authority of some sorts. So expect to delve deeper into your belief systems, religious or otherwise, just things that are structural and organizational in your life. And it's not necessarily physical structures, but mental processes, thoughts, emotions as well. Like things that you think simply because you're going to be questioning them. Emotions you feel, you're going to be asking yourself why, right? So you're being asked or triggered, because it doesn't have to be something that Spirit is asking you to do. It could simply be a trigger coming up into your life during this time, but it's going to put you into a deeper exploration of the self. Okay, heavy themes of expansion, because you have 2 Sagittarius cards. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which one is the Temperance and one is the Explorer. And you've got at the end of the top row, full moon in Leo. Don't let your pride get in the way. So something is going to come to light. Something is going to be revealed. And it may not be something you want to be revealed or coming to light, if that makes sense. So this is something that's been building up for some time, directly related to your childhood or your inner child. So there's some energy here that's seeking balance. Something that's been shut tight that's now going to be bursting out. Okay? The child has been locked in that tower, right? And even the 2 Moonology cards at the top right, they're very restrictive energy. Not always, but in this spread, they're feeling very restrictive. You've got you and your loved ones are safe. And again, don't let pride get in the way. So it's like pride holding you back, overly protective energy disguised as safety when it comes to that new moon and Cancer card. It's just shut tight, lockdown energy. And then you have the Temperance card at the end of the the middle row, and it's like being overly tempered or moderated, right? Overly managing aspects of yourself and your life. And I need you to realize that in overly moderating, managing, tempering aspects of yourself and life, there's certain aspects of yourself, of your being, that have been allowed to roam untamed without restriction, right? Aspects of yourself and life that you've been neglecting. All of these feelings, emotions, this energy in the Ten of Cups, right? Like I said, it could be childhood, it could be family, or simply just maxed out, filled to the top cups energy, right? Your emotions, feelings, creative energy could be, all of that's going to spill over this retrograde or towards the end of it. Okay? Because following that card, you've got the Daughter of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. And it's something coming in, like I said earlier, to trigger, awaken, energize those hidden aspects to spill over from that Ten of Cups into that card that is the Five of Cups following in the sequence, right? Because that's spilled over energy in that Five of Cups, wasted energy. And by wasted, it could be wasted as in like something that's missed out on, but it's also like spilling over, like pouring out. The good thing is that because that energy, the weight of all those emotions, like it has to be heavy, so after it spills over, you'll be left with the balance of the two cups in that Five of Cups card. So like you've spilled over the three, the over maxed out energy, and now you're just left with the balance of the two cups behind you and that moderated energy in the Temperance card. So lots of balance coming in after this trigger is dealt with, because you got Cancer, Leo at the top, which is Moon, Sun, that's like dark and light, balancing. And then you've got the Temperance card. You know, it's just balanced energy. It's showing that the end result of this is going to be, it's going to be fine. There's no scary energy here. Like, you're not going to like the trigger. Triggers aren't fun, but it's necessary to get you where you need to go. Like, after this retrograde, you'll be in a much better place than you've been, at least since the beginning of the year. Because I feel like you've been in emotional turmoil for a while. Yes. You know, with the Ten of Cups at the beginning and the Temperance card at the end of that row, you'll become familiar enough with yourself to manage your emotions in a healthy way. Like, you'll be able to deal with and express them without tucking them in that tower for a later date, right? You'll be expressive and letting things flow as they should. So Mercury retrograde is a serious period of growth and expansion, specifically on an emotional level for you. Okay, this isn't, like I said, it isn't a bad energy. It's more like a release you need to move forward. Okay, and I'm seeing it's especially important for you to make this release, because moderating your energy with that Temperance card and the issues with your ego with that Full Moon and Leo card, it's showing that something, like you could block in a new opportunity trying to come in to you. Okay, with that Page of Wands, the Explorer, the Tower, some of you have a leadership, could be supervisor, manager role opening up at work that it looks like you're a prime candidate for a top candidate, or even if you don't realize it, like you have a really good shot at getting. And if you're not careful, you could lose it due to your perceived or actual, with that child card, immaturity, right? It could seem like that child card could be representing that maybe you seem inexperienced or immature for the workplace, for that next level. And it could be, this energy is also you being perceived as not knowing how to manage your emotions, right? Like we talked about earlier, that pride ego aspect. And that Page of Wands could also be aggressive forms of communication and heated words stemming from like all these emotions that you have in that Ten of Cups. So just be careful about how you're projecting your energy. You don't want to lose this opportunity. Like, you don't want that Five of Cups, that thing that spilled over, is, you don't want that to be the loss of this opportunity, right? Because I could see that happening for some of you, that the loss of this opportunity is the trigger, the Five of Cups, that missing out on something that humbles you into that Temperance energy. So, you know, moderate your energy, because and also that Sagittarius Explorer card is feeling very open-minded. It's showing some see the bigger picture energy. It's being open to other people's perceptions and energies, which you are not, with that Tower, and then the Crab and the Cancer card, and the Temperate energy is very shut down, closed in. So be careful with your energy and how you're interacting with other people, especially in the workplace. I see misunderstandings, miscommunications, misinterpretations. They're always even more common than usual during Mercury retrograde, but like you have you're especially sensitive to those right now for some reason, Pile 1. So just be mindful of how you're projecting yourself and how you're receiving others. A very specific energy coming in that I'm just going to throw out there really quickly. If you're in a custody battle with children, right? If you have children or a child and you're going back and forth with somebody in terms of custody, if you're aggressive and combative, you will lose. Okay, that's not a possibility. That is a promise. So do not do that. Check your ego for the sake of your child or children. Because if you're aggressive or, you know, attacking the other party, that's not going to fly. It will backfire. Another one is if you're afraid to take a new position or make a new move, travel or something, because it doesn't feel like a secure move for your family. This is your confirmation to do what you need to do. You know, take this job, make this money, because there's more of a foundation there than you think. That's a specific message. So whatever it felt wishy-washy, possibly, it's not. It's very secure foundation, right? In terms of career, this move that you need to make for your family, it's going to be fine, because you have the you and your loved ones are safe card. It's going to be fine. Is that it? Have some notes that I scribbled, some things that I channeled, but I think I touched on all of it from the spread. Sometimes as I'm shuffling, I'll write down things that come through, but the things that came through were in the pile, so I didn't really need to circle back and repeat myself, if that makes sense. So that is all I have for you, Pile 1. If this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alright, Pile 2, Mercury Retrograde. Now, looking at the spread, it's a little tight because you had a lot of cards, and I took them all because cards just kept flying out, and I was not about to stop it. So, things that I felt coming in as I was shuffling were contracts, commitment, harvesting. So those are key themes for you this retrograde. Mercury retrograde specifically. I know we have lots going on astrologically right now. So, one thing is sure, pile 2, expect lots of changes. It's not just because you have lots of cards, it's just the energy is crazy. Not necessarily bad, just lots of motion happening in this pile. I also see that some of you from pile 1 did not leave, so welcome. But the dominant energies I'm just going to throw out in terms of signs, they don't have to be your signs. That's just the energy of the pile. So even if that's not your sign or the sign of someone that this energy might identify in the pile, it's attributes, right? Like X sign tendencies, right? So I see Virgo and Sag very dominant, but I also see a bit of Cancer and Pisces sprinkled in. So maybe the situation has Virgo tendencies, right? Like the situation feels very Virgo or very Sag, right? So like I said, if the signs don't apply, let it fly, because these are general messages. But all of you, Mercury retrograde is not going to be a stable time for you. You probably already feel it. It's probably already been a bit chaotic, but it's not going to be stable for you in any way. Especially with that third quarter moon card, adjustments are required, right? And then you've got the super moon wild card at the bottom. Yeah, lots of action. And then you also have like both Sagittarius cards at the top, I see. So that's very expansive energy. But that's okay. That's okay. Like all of this expansion, all of this motion, all of these things being adjusted, moving around, the conclusion, personal resolution, you know, personal issue reaches resolution, all of those things, that's something you've been manifesting, right? Like you've been manifesting these changes, manifesting these releases. And I say that because you've got Nova, the universe, at the center, managing all of it, right? So that's you. Now, you are being asked to take your time with any decisions or commitments to be made, because you have that focus card, and then you have also the boundaries card. You've got the Hierophant, and also meditate and contemplate, okay? Even in that Four of Cups at the end, she's kind of meditating on something. Now she's rejecting it, or possibly maybe she isn't, but we'll see. But she's meditating on something, okay? So just take your time with decisions, because so much is going on with you. I see this Mercury retrograde that it's very easy to get caught up in the energy and rush through things that you don't need to rush through, okay? Expect to be very visible this Mercury retrograde. And I mean by that there's going to be a lot of energy and attention coming your way with this Sagittarius expansion energy. Then you got Nova, the universe, and the Garden is a very public card. So just a lot of attention from the people that know you, possibly new people as well. I'm seeing specifically attention regarding an offer or decision for you, which is why you need to take your time with it. But I do see lots of offers of all kinds coming in for you. Very busy people you're going to be, pile 2, because like there's so many messages, so many different things. You got the Daughter of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. You got the Daughter of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. Like these are offers that could be related to love, to career, basically Cups and Pentacles energies. But again, I want to remind you, you've got that Four of Cups, right, which is a possibly rejecting an offer. And then you've also got the boundaries card, okay? So there's a specific situation where you know boundaries are an issue, and it's one you need to release or very directly reject, okay? Now, some of you, switching gears for a second, because so many different energies in this pile. Maybe this is the pile that most people are going to select. I don't know, but it's just the energy is all over the place, especially with those two Sagittarius expansion energies, right? Look at the bigger picture. Luck is on your side. It's just a lot going on, okay? But with luck is on your side, it's a very prosperous time as well. So all the things you're releasing are going to be making way for more positive energy to come in. Okay, so it's not going to be all just chaotic and crazy and scary. And even if it is scary, it's scary in a good way. It's for your highest good. You're going to see some good things coming in this Mercury retrograde if you're open to it. But I do see some of you are getting engaged. Okay, and I see an extension of that. Some of you are going to or are planning to sneak off and get married. That's interesting. Now, the counter to that is some of you will finally break up or divorce for the best. Now, I say that so casually. It is unfortunate that situations don't work out, but this breakup or divorce is for the best, honestly. I know this pile is all over the place. A lot of these situations are happening almost spontaneously as well too. Like, for example, the divorce or breakup. Like, it's something that's, even though it's spontaneous, like, it's been a long time coming, regardless of if it's a breakup, if it's an engagement, or a marriage, or anything work related. It could be anything. Whatever it is coming in, good or bad, it's something that's been a long time coming, whatever the situation or circumstances, but you've kind of been dragging along or stalling on making that final decision, or someone else has been dragging along and stalling or making a final decision, and then boom, this retrograde, someone's going to wake up and just take action. No hesitation after all of that stalling and dragging everything out. Like I said, good or bad, whatever the situation, that's what you can expect this retrograde. Now, again, like I said, whatever happens, this retrograde is for the best with that luck is on your side card. Now, any love offers, any new, I'm going to be very specific because it matters here. Any new love offers coming in, new love offers are going to be stable and long-term with that 10 of Pentacles and that Hierophant. And it's the same with career and any other opportunities or offers. Okay, anything stemming from the past needs to be let go and rejected of that nature. Now, I don't mean the evolution of current and ongoing situations, like if you've been together and you're getting engaged, or you're doing well with your job and you get offered a promotion. I'm saying Spirit wants you to set boundaries and block old situations from resurfacing or coming back in. So if it's something that's from your past that you're trying to move on from, or that you have moved on from, you need to maintain those boundaries and reject that energy from coming back in. Okay? Because it no longer serves you. It is what it is. It's in the past now. Okay? And yeah, focus and boundaries are very important things for you. Okay? Then especially with meditate and contemplate, like I said, she's rejecting that offer. You've got 2 Virgo cards, so attention to detail is key. All of that means to use your discernment to make sure you're doing what's best for you in all of this moving energy, this Mercury retrograde. Okay, so again, lots of offers, messages, opportunities coming in, and you've got lots of choices. All right, so that's all I have for you, pile number 2. If this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, pile 3, Mercury retrograde. So I'm gonna say, some of you watch my whole videos, and I thank you. I'm glad we have that type of vibe where you just sit and you watch every pile and you take something away from it. That's not something that I'm gonna have with every viewer, so I appreciate you for the support, because I can feel some people never leaving this video as I work through each pile. But things that I like, keywords that I was feeling as I was shuffling for this pile were I heard the word initiative, I heard action, and then I heard decision. Okay. Now I'm gonna lead with watch that combative energy, because your pile starts off with that full moon in Aries card. It says a fiery climax approaches. So then you also have the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. Okay. Now on both sides of those two in the middle, you've got the Queen of Pentacles and it's the Strength card. Now in this deck, it's not the Queen of Pentacles, it's the Goddess of Pentacles, but same thing. So you just have to be mindful of your energy, because that 10 of Wands is extreme force, right? And then that 5 of Swords is a battle. Okay. Now I say watch it, but it does feel unavoidable. It does. Now the good news is that you will come out on top, but it still won't be pretty, because battles are not pretty. So with both the Strength cards and the Goddess of Pentacles, this battle will end with you victorious on whatever the situation is. So I'm seeing that the number 35 might be relevant to you, because it's on both ends of the last pile. The Anchor card is the 35th card, and then you've got the Rest, which is number 35. So that might be an important number to you this retrograde, or just in your life in general. I'm just going to throw it out there. You know what that number means to you if it's relevant to your life. I'm hearing that a lot of you are taking your power back. And a lot of you need to get some much needed rest during this retrograde. So there's very clearly a past energy to release. That's a direct message. It's a very direct message. Especially at the top, you've got don't let the past hold you back, and what do you need to release. Very direct. Because whatever it is, it's becoming too much. With the fiery climax approaches, and then conclusions are within reach. Like it's becoming too much. It's becoming too much of a burden to bear, especially with that cross, right? So I'm seeing that you may very well be verbally attacked or slandered during this retrograde. Now, this is the important part. Your reaction needs to be that of these two Strength cards combined with Rest. Okay? So you need to be anchored down. You need to bear the cross. The reason why you have these two Strength cards is because this will be a very difficult thing for you to maintain composure, poise, and balance. Like, this situation is not going to be easy for you to just take it, because South Node, right, that's the South Node card you have here, it will absolutely trigger some past energy or memory that will hurt you, this attack, right? So you have to release it, anchor down, bear the cross, be strong, be disciplined in your calm, resting state. Okay, overreacting, or even if it's not an overreaction, just reacting to this situation aggressively especially, will lead to self-sabotage. Okay, if you maintain your balance and manage your energy, you will reap the benefits of that Goddess of Pentacles. Many of you, this will be a material or financial reward. Generally, this pile just has a sense of needing rest, okay, and solidifying your faith. Those are key themes for you this retrograde, because your faith will be tested, and you're going to need lots of rest, okay? A lot of you have been overworking and overextending yourselves for a while, and that time of being weighed down is quickly ending. And those of you with the past triggers that I mentioned, this situation will make you realize that you need to release them once and for all. Like, you're going to realize how much baggage that you're carrying around that you weren't even aware of. Like, it's reminding me of that Erykah Badu song, Bag Lady. That's the energy of this retrograde. And like, you're gonna realize, like that song's message, that you're gonna need to release that energy. You're just carrying around so much baggage. Some of you, this isn't gonna be an external battle. It's gonna be an internal battle with yourself that is gonna burn you out completely and force a hard stop for much needed rest. Like, you're gonna, like, you know, some of you are hard-headed. I can tell you're very fiery at people, regardless of what your astrological placements are. You are hard-headed, and that's why you have 2 strength cards as well. And you like to work yourself into the ground, whether it's emotionally, mentally, or physically. And work yourself into the ground, you will do, and it's going to force you to rest. Honestly, like, you can't fight nature. So just be mindful of your energy. You know, get, you know, proper rest. Make sure you stay hydrated. You definitely need to stay hydrated. Make sure you're taking care of your making your diet. Make sure you're eating healthier foods to help you sustain throughout this period, because I could feel you being extremely tired during this Mercury retrograde as well. So I do not have any more messages for you, pile number 3. So if this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.